Miss Taurean, and we're back. It's Ginger and me, and we are going to answer some more Jamaican stereotypes, right? So I have them written down on a piece of paper this time so I won't forget anything, or at least I hope I don't forget anything. So if you see me looking down, that's why, right? So let's start off with the number one. See, I'm already messing up my counting and I just started. Let's start off with the first one, right? Do you guys have cars? Like, how do you get around in Jamaica? So we can't all afford cars. So the people who can afford cars, they have cars. For the people who can't afford it, we use donkeys and horses. So the people who have more money going to have the horses, and the little broke pocket people, I'm like myself, I got a donkey, right? So I have the little basket or the carrier or whatever on the left hand side and the right hand side of the donkey, and that is how you get your things going. And for the people who have a little bit more cheddar, right, they go and they get their nice pedigree or high grade or whatever kind of class horse it is, because the horse have cost money and their fur is all shiny and nice and all that stuff, right? And then they too have their little baskets to the left and the right hand side, and then that's how they go about doing their shopping and go about their daily lives and go to work and go to school and all that lovely stuff, right? Yeah. How do you guys cook? Like, do you have stoves and stuff like that? Like, yeah, we do have stoves, again, for the people who have the money and they can afford to be using gas stove all the time, because trust me, gas is expensive, right? They will have their gas stove. And then for the people who don't want to spend too much money on the gas, you use your coal stove, right? So what you do, you have your little coal pot, and you go and you get a little dry wood, and you get your coal and your, what else? It was mostly like the coal and the dry wood, right? And if you have little kerosene, you pour it on there, and that is how you light your fire, and you cook your little stew peas and your fried chicken and whatever you want to cook, right? And that is how you go about your daily life. You do your little cooking just like that, right? That was number two. Number three, how do you guys do your laundry? Do you have washing machines? Like, how do you guys do your washing? So we go down to the river, right? I forgot the bucket. Let me go for the buckets real quick. Hold on. Yeah, you go down to the river with your basin like this, or your bucket. Yeah, you go down and you catch your water and you do your washing just like that. And if you need to bring home back some water, right, you just put the water in the bucket, you put it on your head just like this. Yeah, you see that? And you walk, and you go home and you take your water and you do your little baths, you do your cooking and whatever you need to do, right? So that's one way, or another way that we'll go about doing our washing and our cooking. So if everybody can't manage to get to go down to the river in time and have their little baths, then you come home with the water, with the bucket on your head, right? And you carry it home so everybody else can bathe and clean up themselves and feel fresh and nice and good and airy, right? Cool. So I'm looking down on my list right here. Do you have houses and restrooms?
Bruh.
We have board house, we have concrete house, and for restrooms, you have your little pit toilet. So I'm going to school and I look at something here. So pit toilet is this deep hole that people dig, right? And because pit toilet can stink when it's ready, because there's no plumbing, no nothing, it's just this big hole, and you go there and you pee, you poop, everything in there, right? So that has to be a nice little distance from the house, right? So that the place don't stink. And you have your nice little toilet in there that you just sit down on, because remember, there's no plumbing, you just sit down on the toilet, right? And you just peeing into technically this hole that everything goes down into. And then for electricity, do you guys have electricity? We do on some of the streets, right? Some of the streets have light, some don't. So you know, from this corner to this corner, we'll have a little street post, and then the rest of it don't have any. So what we do is simple. We have our lanterns, we have our candles, and we have our little peony wally, or the little glow bug them, like we call them. We call them peony wally. You know those bugs that glow at night? And you catch them and you put them in a little see-through container, your jar, and that is what you use to navigate at night, especially when you don't want to go to the bathroom late at night. You just pick up your buckle or your jar of peony wally, and you walk into the night and you go use the bathroom. Or you have your little chimney, right? And you keep this by your bedside, so if in the night time you get up and you need to pee or anything, you just handle your business right there and then. You know, you don't have to get up and go all the way down there because it's dark and you don't want to walk down to the pit toilet by yourself. You just handle your business, and in the morning you just the results, right? So next up, the next question: how do you get your food? Well, you know, most of us have our little farm. So you have to get up in the morning and you walk your goat and you walk your cow, and you're calling back your goat and you're calling back your cow, right? And then you have a little chicken. So you have to get up and you run down the chicken and catch it, and you cut off the neck and you put it on the line to have the blood and something drain out, right? And then you pluck the feathers, right? And then that's how you get your food and you prepare it. Right? So for all the people who don't have their own little farms, you know, you have to go out on the roadside and you look a donkey or your horse, and you go and you buy the chicken that I just plucked and prepared for you, so that you can have your little stewed chicken or your curry chicken or whatever you want to have. Yeah, just like that. Next up, do you have cable? What is that? No, we don't have cable. Look here, we have one channel, and it works 6 to 7 in the morning and then 6 to 7 in the afternoon, right? And after that, anytime in between then, it's just static. You're not going to see anything. You just turn on a little dial on the TV, you fix up your antenna until you get a little signal, and then you just watch whatever is showing at that time, right? And then later on in the afternoon, you come back and you see what is going on on the TV. If you turn on the TV anytime from 6 or anytime after 7, it's just static. Nothing is going to be there. We only have one channel, and that one channel is just going to talk about we'll give it a little news update for the day or the news update for the afternoon, like a 20 or 30 minute segment of news, and a little gossiping and little funny videos here and there. But yeah, that's what we have. We don't have the luxury of nice the cable and internet, and you have all these channels to choose from. It's one channel, one dedicated channel. You don't have nothing else to choose from. Sorry dear. So all of you who have cable, blessings to you. Like, round of applause. My happy phone now, because me not have them luxury there. As a matter of fact, Jamaican people don't have them luxury there. Yeah. Next up, let me see. We discussed everything. We discussed how we get our food. We talk about the coal stove. You catch up your little wood stove with your coal and your dry stick and your kerosene oil, or as them call it up here, lighting fluid or lighter fluid. I don't know if it's different. It probably is. I don't know. You use that in your light up your fire, you cook your food, right? And we don't know what have with peony wallet to walk around at nights, and you have your lantern and your candle to navigate, because you don't have no electricity. Everybody don't have electricity. Yeah, we can't all have electricity, you know, that's expensive. Yeah. So that was my little answers to stereotypical questions and things that people think are ways, preferably the ways that people in this day and age think that Jamaica operates. So don't take this too seriously. Don't take it to heart. Come on. Yes, we actually have cars. You're not really seeing anybody riding on donkey. No, we're not using the glow bugs to see at night. We have electricity. Come on, people. We have a gas stove. We have an electric stove. We're not that behind. Okay? You make it look as if we all live on a hut on a beach, or we're just so low class. Yeah, you have those people who aren't, don't have a whole heap of money, but still, we're not living as badly as you think we are. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can see more of me. See you next time.